Hello, hello, hello. Shamar here, co-founder of CTC Global Solutions, and I just want to take a couple minutes of your time and talk to you about the DIY Market Clarity Masterclass, which is super, super vital to your marketing strategy. It's on September the 4th at 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So let's just talk about real quick, what are we going to get into inside of the masterclass? Well, this is our market clarity blueprint and audience playbook. And I'm going to be teaching you how to create this for yourself. That is thus the DIY. Well, it's also DWI. If you're like, this is a lot, Shamar, I need some help, then I'll definitely help you with the DWI. So we'll do it with you. All right, so what are we going to get into? The webinar is, or I'm old school, I still say webinar, masterclass. It's broken into three parts. Number one, we're going to teach you how to pull your own audience intelligence. And to be able to do that, you need really three things when working with AI. You need to make sure you have a purpose. What are you going to be doing this for? And that translates into a very strategic, very clear and accurate prompt. The next thing is your product. What are you going to be looking to gather the audience intelligence for? So is it for a product, a launch, a sale, a new business, a book? What are you needing the intelligence around? And then lastly, your prompting. I kind of mentioned that before. Prompting is super important. What I have learned with AI is only good as your prompts. So if your prompts are too detailed, you get way too much information. If they're not detailed, you don't get hardly any information. So it either can water hose you down like a fire truck water hose you down with information, or you can get that perfect level of detail that you need. And that comes with very clear, strategic, comprehensive prompting that gives it the command to give certain type of results back. So that's what we're going to be teaching in the how to use AI to master your market yourself, right? Okay, so let's get into the first half of it real quick. So the first half is our audience intelligence. And the audience intelligence part is where, again, we're going to be using that AI prompting to sweep over hundreds of sources that you would normally not have access to. So we're talking Reddit posts, we're talking podcasts, transcripts, we're talking Facebook, we're talking LinkedIn, anything that's public. It's fair game. If it's out there, it's on a community forum, it is fair game. Slack communities, LinkedIn groups, if they're public and it's on the internet, it is fair game. And it will spend up to 10 to 15 to 20 minutes just gathering this information based off your prompt. What kind of information? Okay, who are your audience? Who is your audience? What are they looking for? What are their pain points? What are they frustrated with? What words will they hear them again, they will never use that service again. They hear a certain word, it's now a buzzword that's driving them crazy, right? How would you know that unless you sit down in a room like a fly on the wall? I call it the fly on the wall advantage. You sit in a room like a fly on the wall and listen to 10,000 people talk about a product like yours in an industry like yours, and what they want, what they hate, what they tolerate, what they love, what they are looking for, how they want to be co-creators, what messaging works, what messaging drives them insane, the things that they just kind of put up with because they don't think there's any more options out there. There's just so much that you can learn, and it's beautiful because the audience intelligence report comes back with actual quotes from the sources that they found this information from. It is awesome. I fell in love with it. Once I create this proprietary system, I have used it for every single one of my platforms, and it is dynamite, and it yields such precise results, and I love it. So in the audience report, again, we'll talk about, like, you'll learn things when you get it, when you create it for yourself, or you say, this is a lot of work, Shamar, and I really want you to do it for me. It doesn't matter. You're going to get things like, what you can do to optimize your marketing strategy? Heat map, super important. Where does your particular audience, where are they at online? Because we tend to think, okay, my audience is on LinkedIn or my audience is on Instagram because I tend to be this age range. But wait a minute, if you're in a specific industry and you're promoting a specific product at a specific time in a specific trend, you might be on a different platform because of other reasons that we're not privy to. But during the sweep, on using the using the AI, you can find that out. All right. Enough with the audience intelligence. I could talk about that all day. What do we do? Now, here's what separates our proprietary system, the playbook, the blueprint and playbook, from other market research reports. Number one, it has the audience intelligence, which literally is a report, right? It's usually 10, 15, 20 pages long, and it's literally a report full of citations, footnotes, quotes from source information, so you know it's accurate. You can click the link and take a look at what was actually said in the form that it was actually said in. What we do next is we say, okay, that's the proof that there's a problem, or that's a proof there's a need for a product, right? Or a proof that there's a need for a process. The next thing is the blueprint. The blueprint is the diagnosis. So it's now saying, okay, I have all this information. I have to look at it, and I've got to now disseminate this information and put it into clear sections, clear segmentations that I can use, that I can help create content. I can create my copy. I can take a look at what is the customer actually saying based on the customer's own words that I found from my audience intelligence report. Now, what am I going to do? What are those words? What did they say? Where did they go to find information on companies like mine, or products like mine? What do they want? So it's now taking all that information and putting it into literally a blueprint, a strategic plan blueprint, not kind of haphazardly just reading over the information. It's now taking it and saying, this is what I'm extracting from the audience intelligence report. This is what's important. This is the meat of it. Then part 3 is the action. It's saying, okay, now what do I do with it? Now here's 100 ideas that are pretty generic across all the board of all industries. This is what you need to do to marketing your business. Now let me take those 100 generic prompts, and now let me create my own based off my industry, based off the report that I just got. What can I do to market to my client based on all of that information? All right. That is a lot, and I know it's a lot, but I can tend to do that. So you just get ready for that course. The masterclass is going to be on September the 4th. At 11 a.m. or 2 p.m. and go ahead and get signed up. You can go to our website, ctcglobalsolutions.com, and just click Masterclasses under Market Clarity tab, and you can get locked on in and save your seat. All right, thanks. If you guys have any questions, hold them for that webinar. Masterclass. Have a good day.